Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're listening to this, and welcome to the Weebly Comic Podcast, a podcast where every week we will be talking about anime, manga, comic book movies, and the latest entertainment news. I'm Diego, also known as Wrath, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Brennan and Star Psycho, aka Adrian.
Yo, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Brennan? This bitch.
Where'd he go?
Brennan! Alright, well, fuck him.
This motherfucker disappeared.
Yeah, for real. And this week we have, not really much in terms of, comic book movies and stuff. It's really gonna be anime heavy this week, because we got a lot of anime news this past, few days. Especially, today. I know Brennan, whenever he gets back, is gonna love talking about, the first anime subject that we got. Oh my god.
There he
Say
is.
hello, motherfucker.
What up, y'all?
So,
Motherfucker disappeared.
you completely killed my vibe. Like,
I'm
100%.
sorry. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be. I hope you
It'll
had a
be
happy
after.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I
hope-
hope.
Yeah, we hope you
I
guys
hope
had
y'all-
a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully, y'all
Yes.
don't, get in a fight on Black Friday.
No, you know what? I said what I said.
All right, well,
Don't eat too much. Don't throw up. All right, y'all stay easy.
it's gonna be in past tense, you pricks. All right.
Anywho,
I hope y'all get what
We said
you
what we
want.
said and we
Don't-
said.
Shut the fuck.
yes.
God. I hope y'all get everything that you want if you're listening to this on Black Friday, and if you're not, then I hope your Thanksgiving weekend went well. If you guys want to skip around because if you guys want to stick around because we do have a handful of things that we want to talk about, there are time codes in the description as well as links to Brennan's Funko Pop social, Adrian's Twitch, and all of my YouTube stuff and socials and all that. But anyways, without further ado, let's get the first Marvel topic out of the way, which is Hawkeye started this week, if you weren't already aware. The first 2 episodes have come out. It dropped on a Wednesday, which is the day we're recording this. And unfortunately, since I had a really long day at work, and I work tomorrow very early in the morning, so I don't have any time to watch the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye, but Brennan did. So for a non-spoiler, in a non-spoiler way, can you tell us your thoughts on the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye?
I really like it. It from non-spoiler s just kind of what it seems to be targeting, at least for these 2 episodes, is more about like a him dealing with being in public and stuff, and kind of, I guess, trying to be normal. And it's cool because it sets up, you kind of meeting and getting to know about Kate Bishop. To be honest, the way it goes is not the way I was thinking it was gonna start off and kind of play around with, but I've been interested. I literally just finished episode 2, and I'm gonna assume that the next 2 episodes are gonna be really good and action heavy episodes, because these, I'll be honest, they're not too focused on the action aspect, more of the setting up everything, getting you to understand everything. So it could be like a how we said they might have learned from the Wanda series about not having the 2 setup ones.
Yeah.
I think instead of not doing them, they just went ahead and released the 2 that people want to just hurry up, get out of the way.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
it's not, 1 week of setup, a second week of setup, and then there's everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. I
Also,
don't know.
I lied last week. There's going to be 6, so we have 4 more after this one.
Okay, yeah. So I could see them now doing one every week. So you're able to watch it, get the setup, and now it's going to be the interesting parts and stuff like that. But without spoilers, that's as much as I want to say, because if I say any more, I feel like I'm going to start accidentally slipping some crucial information.
Mhm.
All right, well, with that being said, Adrian, I'm assuming you didn't get a chance to watch them either.
Yeah, no. Since it came out Wednesday, I worked the morning shift, and I was planning on watching at least the first episode, but only got
Life
through
happens.
halfway.
Oh,
So
what do you think
I
of it
didn't
so
get.
far?
So far, Brennan pretty much hit the mark. Oh, I'm only on episode 1. He's got more on me, but for right now, it's just setting up the setting of the story. It does seem to follow like Hawkeye and how he's going to have to deal with being back to normal after being a hero again after Endgame, and him trying to get past the fact that Natasha's died during that. So it's pretty interesting to see how that's going to play. Also, it's going to be
It also sounds like we didn't really miss like that big of a thing by not like me not actually watching it or getting the chance to watch it.
No, I think like if you're just wanting to see action packed like Hawkeye, like him just like shooting bows and arrows and like fighting and stuff, you're not missing anything. This one I think is definitely kind of playing on the more human aspect of being a hero, like how it is being a human hero and stuff like that. But yeah, and I mean the dynamic between him and Kate Bishop have already been kind of like interesting and cool to see. I'm curious to see if like so far it hasn't happened, but I'm curious to see if there's maybe something where he starts looking at her kind of like how he would look at Natasha, or like if he'll start noticing like qualities of her that kind of resemble, like Black Widow or something, or maybe it's just he'll grow to take a liking to her. I don't really know where it's going to go yet, but it'll be interesting because that's the only thing for me that would make sense as to why they really brought up Natasha in the show, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, Adrian, do you have anything else to add, or?
No, there's not much to add from what I've seen so far, but hopefully this show does do good. It doesn't seem action packed, and if you're looking for action packed, just watch
Not yet,
Falcon
at
and the Winter
least.
Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah, not yet, but we're gonna get there soon enough. It's just time will tell. That's all I gotta say.
So next week, if you're looking for that, we'll be talking a lot more about it next week because I will have time to watch it all. But
And a new episode will come out, maybe new information.
New information. Yeah. There's supposed to be I guess there was a Hawkeye or not Hawkeye, an Iron Man Easter egg. Did either of you catch that?
Was it in the first episode?
I just saw it while I was scrolling through Instagram. It just said that there was supposed to be an Iron Man Easter egg in one of the 2 episodes. If you caught it,
didn't notice.
I don't give a shit if you tell me.
The only thing I can really think of that I remember, like strictly, if it's like something that's like blatantly said, or if you have to really be looking at it, the only thing that I caught was they do mention the Avengers Tower.
Okay.
And they are looking for a specific watch, and I don't remember what the watch says, but I think the watch was something to do with like Stark Industries or something like that. Or it is, I think, Stark Tech. Like they're looking for the watch, in my opinion, and like I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I wonder if that's like a special tech, like maybe that has like a suit in it or something.
Maybe. Probably. I don't know.
But I don't know if that's what people are talking about.
Well, because
I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, because his suit in Civil War was in his watch. So
yeah,
it
wasn't all in his watch. It was like this hand, at least.
Oh yeah, that's right. He put it. Never mind. I'm wrong.
That was a one-time use thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he put his finger in the center console in the seat, and then it became. Never mind. I'm wrong. I remembered it incorrectly, and then remembered it correctly. Anyways. We're done with that. Moving on to huge news that actually came out today if you're a Tokyo Revengers fan and you also love to collect manga. It got confirmed that they're going to be making the manga English and releasing it. And it's going to be in like a 2-for-1 kind of deal. So it's going to be like the first volume and the second volume in one book. And there's gonna be like posters and stuff with it, I think, if I remember correctly.
Only in the first and second volume of it. It's like a Barnes and Noble's exclusive. It's like strictly just those.
I'm gonna be stopping by.
Oh, it's gonna be Barnes and Noble exclusive. So,
yeah. Yes.
We
I didn't
be
get to read the
trips,
article,
bro. We gonna be making trips.
Oh, bro, I'm no cap. Automatically online the second it releases in May. I think it's at May or March. And
I think it's
at
May 2022.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
second it's like up on pre-order, bro, I'm saving up money. I'm pre-ordering the entire like set, all of it, everything. I don't care.
he said,
My thing is,
he said my tax return is going to Tokyo Revengers, bro.
um,
So,
no, but
take my
like
money. Don't ask me why.
I'm just curious how fast. I wonder if they're gonna release the full set or if they're not gonna release the full set, and like it'll take a couple months to release all of
Maybe
them.
I'm thinking maybe they'll do like the first two things and then they'll do like more every once in a while.
Yeah, and at
Because like
that
I feel
point,
like releasing all of
the
it at
first two
once is
sets.
a lot.
Well, to be fair, the manga will be ending soon. I can see it ending way before May 2022.
oh, I can see it ending probably like by February.
Yeah, I can
Sheesh.
honestly see that. We'll just have to see how it goes and if
Remember how
author
we were
wants to
talking
drag
and
it
you
out.
said you feel like we were just in the climax? Remember a couple weeks ago?
Did I? Oh yeah,
You
That
yeah,
said
was
you
when
yeah.
we
felt
were
like
at
we were in like the
Citrus.
climax when we yeah, I think right now where we're at, we're in like climax. Like I think now we're in like the full climax of everything that's gonna happen. Everything that happens from now on will be like we're at climax and then it'll start, you know, getting towards the actual ending, I feel like.
Yeah, I can honestly see that. The only reason I thought previously it was like that other event was the climax because like it was so shocking to see that
Yeah.
actually happen, and I'm like,
Hmm.
well, how are they gonna top this? I'm not saying this tops that because I feel like that's something they can't top unless something else happens that's more significant than that. Right now, I just see it slowly but surely hitting the falling action, and just slowly we can get wrap this story up and see how it ends.
Hmm. I'm a cry.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
will cry.
I have a bad feeling I know what's gonna happen at the end, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'll leave my theories in my head. Can't spoil nothing.
Me and you will talk about theories later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better because I'm not anywhere
You,
near y'all in the manga.
you behind. You still in
All
the
right, so
Spoiler alert, Hina dies.
bruh, bruh,
damn.
I'm just kidding. That's already something that's happened.
Multiple
several
times.
times.
Damn.
All right, so the next piece of news is that My Hero has gotten the season 6 key visual. Is it literally just both of these motherfuckers just looking like they about
Yes.
to go beast mode?
Key visual is the visual I sent y'all.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Which
That's such like I don't know, man. I feel like these key visuals have been lacking lately. Maybe it's just because like I'm not that like big into it or what right now
I
or
mean,
whatever.
the
Because
only
like the key,
thing
in my opinion, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I feel like the Attack on Titan key visual was ass. And
I don't
this
blame you for
this
that,
one is
but
ass too because I'm like, what the fuck
Diego,
is this supposed to show?
the key visuals I think are more for the manga reader audience. I don't
Maybe
think key
I
visuals
don't
are
know. I
necessarily
feel like the
for
key
like
visual for
strict
like
anime.
Chainsaw Man and like have they shown any key visuals for Bleach or is this like fan art that I'm seeing?
Oh,
I don't know if they have. They probably have. I just can't picture any at the moment.
Anyways, like
But
in my opinion though, like the key visual for AOT season 4 part 1 was so much better than the new one that they showed. And like I don't know. And the key visual for Chainsaw Man got me hype. And the key visual what was it for? I don't remember. But oh yeah, the key visual for fucking Tokyo Revengers. Like that I don't know, man. I feel like some of these big ones they're not putting any effort into it. That's my opinion. Feel how you feel. That's fine. But that's how I feel.
he said,
for
"Fuck your
this,
feelings."
No, like I'm
Yeah,
being
I
honest.
mean,
Like if you guys, if you just, if even the both of you, like if y'all disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. But like I just feel the way that I feel.
it's fine because
valid.
there's not really much to this other than these two, and for sure there are parallels. There is blatantly obvious these are two parallel characters in the story. So, and they're going to be a very important part in the next arc, next war arc actually, because it's not going to be a surprise. It's genuinely what's going to be happening. So, it's you can see Deku's going all for one, or yeah, one for all, one for all. Okay. I get those two fucking mixed up. I hate the fact.
I don't know how, bro. I mean, like,
Dude,
I do
because
too, but like,
they're
I just
so
don't
similar.
understand.
Like,
I just don't understand.
this is something I don't think about when I say it. So it's like, All Might has One for All, and then AFO has All for One. Oh, I'm like, what the fuck am I saying? Shut up, bro. So yeah, and then you see Shigaraki, and you see it looks like Bubble, so he's in his fucking tank, like healing or going into hibernation, where he can become like the big bad butterfly, where he's gonna attack everyone. And be... I'm being honest, he's in this like cocoon right now. So other than that, there's not really much I can say about that. They're just two parallel characters, just like staring at you menacingly.
We all know how I feel about
Menacingly.
My Hero. So
Actually, we haven't talked about My Hero on the podcast yet.
We
So,
really haven't.
if y'all weren't aware, there's a lot of people who don't like My Hero, and the one who holds the flag at the very front of that list is actually Brennan.
No, hold on.
No, you fucking hate My Hero. Don't even.
No, because I've told both of you this
No, I know.
multiple
I'm
times.
just trying to get people to comment or send emails or something.
Yeah. Yeah, don't try to get me hatred.
People go follow your Funko Pop and be like, "All these are trash."
Yeah, literally. I don't hate it. I just don't like it either. Like it's not that it's bad. It's just not for me. But I will say I am one of those people who, if I can say something to piss someone off, I'm gonna say it. And Diego used to like love My Hero. He's kind of fallen out of it. Like he's gotten less interested.
Fallen out of it. It's the what is it called? It's the anime. It's just the cuz I started reading My Villain Academia, and like I started getting hella into Bleach, so I haven't like read much more of My Villain Academia, but like I think given how season 5 went, I'm no longer going to be watching the anime for My Hero unless something crazy happens.
Mm-hmm. So like
yeah, it's just it's the injustice that they did to My Villain Academia just made me fall off.
That's all because they wanted to put more into a movie that kind of had no story behind it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A movie that wasn't even worth the dip in quality. And
the movie quality,
if you fucking look at
censorship for no reason, it was.
And if you look at like, I don't even know, man. What's an anime that like constantly? Oh, One Piece. One Piece. We're talking about One Piece later, but we're not talking about One Piece right now. But One Piece, the animation quality has not dipped whatsoever when they're working on another movie. Like, I don't understand how and this is my point, is why I'm comparing it to One Piece, because My Hero is one of the biggest animes right now. So why is your shit dropping in quality when, like, you have enough money that shouldn't be happening? I'm sorry, but like
they've done it before
the same
too.
thing that's happening with you, Diego, is probably happening to a lot of other people. The animation studios, if they're not doing a good job, then viewership's gonna go down.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Is that, like, I understand why because dude, manga readers are fucking pissed about My Hero right now.
Oh, they are. They were mad when season 5 My Villain arc was.
Yeah, because I was super
weekly.
hyped for My Villain Academia, because manga readers for fucking ever have been like, My Villain Academia is so fire. And then, I'm scrolling through TikTok and everybody's like, why did they skip this? Why did they skip that? Why did they do such a shit job for My Villain Academia? And I'm like, all right. And then I keep watching, and then like the animation quality isn't really as good as like the beginning of the season, and I'm like, for the time being, I think I'm done with My Hero, the anime, at least.
So now, of course, in my headspace, I'm just like, hey, any My Hero slander is welcome. So just because I don't care. So if I get a chance, if I get a chance to shit on anything, I'm just gonna take it just to do it. Just you know what? 7 Deadly Sins, I loved it for the first 2 seasons, but guess what? Any 7 Deadly Sins slander, welcome here.
Yeah.
This is the
Previously, I
this
would have
is
been
the
like,
same
no, Seven
motherfucker
Deadly Sins
who
later.
who
But
loves Jujutsu
I
Kaisen but
couldn't.
shits on it just to piss me off, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And like if like for example, I love Demon Slayer and I love Rengoku, but it's Diego's favorite character. So if he's like, I missed Rengoku, I'll be like, yeah, too bad he was a weak ass piece of shit. Which obviously he's not, but like it pisses him off, so I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, too bad he turned to a donut at the end.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Ace vibes, bro.
Ace vibes. Hey, they both use fire techniques, so
Yup,
hey,
bro.
Just recently watched that, bro. Too soon.
No,
they both got a hand in their chest.
I watched
What can I
it.
say?
I watched it maybe a month before you did, and it's long
Still
past
too
for
soon.
me.
Still too soon.
All right, so
Bruh.
moving past that, because I'm assuming we're done talking about My Hero, right?
Yeah, there's not much we can say.
I just
I'm
want
not
to get the
even
last
waiting for
word
you to answer.
of fuck my hero.
God. So, if even though this is kind of like different because it's Chinese anime, but Daily Life of the Immortal King just got confirmed for the third season. If you're into that, Brennan
You better be
recently
into it.
started watching it, and it looks pretty dope. So I
Bruh.
will be checking it out whenever I get the chance. Brennan, don't expose me. Don't do it.
I'm not exposing you. I'm just saying, definitely check it out. Like it's just like I said, like I told y'all, it's so interesting that they instead of the whole like it's the opposite of Zenitsu. Doesn't realize he's that strong. Slowly starts unlocking the power and like slowly starts getting stronger, I guess. But with him, it's hey, let me hold back real quick because if not, I'm gonna kill everybody by accident. It's like it's such an interesting take on it. It's always
Not only that, but like
animation quality.
what you posted on your Snapchat story. I was already
Yeah.
interested just because like I've heard a lot of good things about it. But once I watched your story, bro, that sold me. I was like, that animation's fire. Whatever is happening
the
on the
animation is
screen
really
is
good.
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So
I've
I'm
seen that
sold on
same
it.
clip on TikTok before too, and I was like, "Oh, that seems cool." And I like completely forgot to like have it on like my anime list of like, something I wanted to watch, and then
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was the same anime or that was the name of the anime. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'll watch it sooner or later.
I do
Hopefully
also
after
want to
Code Geass.
emphasize how crazy it is that it got announced for season 3 already because I'm pretty sure they're in the middle of season 2. So I don't think they've even finished like animating season 2 yet,
That means that they got
and it's
like a
already
big viewer base. Like,
probably. I mean,
Yeah, I have a
I
lot of
wouldn't
people
doubt it,
watching.
bro. It's genuinely interesting. The animation quality is really good. And like when they do use their like I'm gonna be honest, their power is actually cool. Like their like power system, it's they call it the same thing as like Bleach. It's like
soul
not soul
power.
or I think they do
It's
actually
spirit
call it
power
soul
or
pressure
something.
at some spirit power and stuff like that. Like, but and it's funny because they use swords too. Like it's you'll watch it and you'll be like, wow, this is kind of like Bleach, but it's like such a different way at the same time. It's really cool though.
Interesting.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
I
Love
can't
it.
wait to
You got
catch
any
up on
extra
it.
thoughts,
Hopefully
Avery?
season 3 doesn't come out by the time I watch it.
I mean, season 3 will probably start airing by the time I get to it because we all know how I suck at watching my backlog.
Yes.
Reading it, that's perfectly fine. I'll get that shit done quick, but
Yes, you can.
in a timely manner, not quick.
We'll do that.
But watching my backlog, I got like so much anime that I need to watch, and that's still like I still have to finish Case Study of Anita's, and we all know how much I loved that show last season.
I remember you were hyping that shit up, like you were.
Yeah, and
you were,
then episode 8 came out, and I don't remember what happened, but like I didn't finish it.
Damn.
I stopped watching after 4. I think they like
Who
got
said
the
this shit
cast.
is ass?
Nah,
No,
it's
it's just
fire, but
it's not ass. It's just I like forgot about it, and I like got caught up in other shit. And I'm like, damn, I just really forgot about watching this again.
yeah, and then like this season, like I was on top of this like vampire cosmonaut anime. I was on top of Tact Op Destiny. I was on top of what is it? Fucking Demon Slayer. I was on top of what's that one? Platinum End. There we go. And then I just stopped. But
Yeah, now I'm behind on
considering
shit too.
that tomorrow is Thanksgiving, I might just fuck around and watch some anime tomorrow, to be honest. But
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
since we have nothing else that we want to say, right?
No, yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for y'all, so I don't want to go too in depth about it.
All right. So since we're in the middle of talking about fire ass anime, y'all remember Akame got Kill?
Yes,
The
love
creator,
it.
the creator, a different project that the creator did is getting an anime. So I'm kind of hype. I've never seen the show, but I've never heard anybody slander it. So
Akame got killed. You've
yeah,
never heard of Akame got killed
I've
slander?
never heard Akame got Kill
I've
slander.
heard of it. It's just very small,
It's
like a very small
slander is like
minority.
more of like joking slander. No one's ever serious about hating it. It's more of just like the
That's what I
events that
mean though, is that
occur.
like I've
That
never
like,
like everything that I've heard of is just about how much of a bag fumbler the MC is, but that's like it.
oh my god, he fumbles every bag in existence. But on top of that,
This man
it's
had
always that if you say
that
you
man like
haven't seen
penis.
it,
I had to.
Bro.
if you say you haven't seen it, and someone tells you, "Oh, bro, you should watch it," it is messed up on their part if they tell you, "Oh, bro, watch it," but then don't continue to tell you don't get connected to any character.
No, I know that they do not hesitate with dropping bodies in that show.
Yeah,
No,
spoiler.
they would
Everyone
kill
dies. And if you think that's a
everybody.
joke
And you
because
already know the way that I am. I'm a fuck around and get attached to every single character, just like I did with
it's
To Your
hard not to. I'm
Eternity.
gonna be honest, they do such a good job. It's hard not to get attached.
Yeah,
No, because like it was like with To Your Eternity. Like I knew it was gonna happen, but it still hit me sideways whenever it did. It was fucking bullshit.
Listen, this is
I was just
this is
surprised
spoiler
everyone
heavy.
fucking died. I was mad.
But no, listen. They'll for certain characters, they get you attached to them like 30 minutes before they whack them.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
there's one character. There's one character named Mine, and you slowly start to get attached to her throughout the episodes because she's the like legit love interest. And then right when like it seems like it could happen, whacked.
That's like
It's just like, ew.
it's like the one dude that Rukia Rukia had to kill, cause like they start
Yeah.
showing him and like what's going on with him, and I'm like, I really fuck with this dude just to kill him the way that they did. I'm like,
To be
I literally,
fair, that was like
I
a
literally
backstory.
sat there while I know it's a backstory, but like I sat there after like she killed him, and I was like sitting there with my mouth open, like what the fuck? I was
Hey,
so
bro,
upset, bro.
trust me, Akame got killed does it way worse. Dude,
Oh, I'm sure it does.
it's so bad.
I'm
It's
sure
so
it
bad.
does.
It really
But it's
does.
such a good show. It is still like genuinely good.
I just want to see how the manga did it because apparently the manga was different from the anime.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not everyone died. Even the guy with the strings like lived, but he got his balls like cut off. So
You'd
I'm not
understand
joking.
why that's a big deal. You'd understand why that's a big deal if you watched it. But his character is all about like chasing females. Like,
That's hilarious. That's fucking
So-
great.
Yeah, it was just kind of sucks for him because he was a horny man and fellow horny man myself.
Oh
I'll kill myself before that happens. I'm not gonna lie.
bro.
You're not gonna neuter me.
All right. So I'm assuming we're done with that subject.
Yeah, there's not much to really go off of the author and their announcement for the new story. Be interesting though.
Was it a manga, or is it this going to be like an anime original kind of thing?
I think it's manga. Yeah, because it says anime adaptation. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure the post said so.
Yeah, so it's like
I'm-
Platinum End.
Okay,
Like-
I might have to check out this project. So since we're talking about things that are greatness, you know, Chainsaw Man is coming up, but I don't know why I brought up Chainsaw Man because we're not talking about Chainsaw Man.
I was gonna say, why are you saying
But at Jump
Chainsaw Man?
Fiesta, I'm assuming one of the other things that is going to be on that main platform that we were talking about is going to be Fire Punch, because we just got news this week that Fire Punch is supposed to be getting several movies, I guess, which is the
Wait.
project that the Chainsaw Man creator did before, or the project that the Chainsaw Man creator did before they did Chainsaw Man. There we go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've never watch. I never read Fire Punch. I always heard it's good, and I always heard that there's references from Chainsaw Man. No, from Fire Punch in Chainsaw Man. So I've been interested, but I just never had the time to do so. It's around like 83 chapters, so it's not really long either.
I'm just
Shorter than
wait. It's 83 chapters.
yeah, shorter than Chainsaw Man. So
Is it on Shonen Jump?
no, it's not.
I might listen. I might just speed read that bitch. But
I'll like read it sometime soon, but I don't think I'm gonna
I'm
watch
just
it.
like the what's his face? Like the mangaka for Chainsaw Man, like everything he has is just getting some kind of recognition or like adaptation cuz like he gets Chainsaw Man confirmed and like it's so big that like now Fire Punch might be getting some movies.
Hey, bro, when you're fire at writing a manga,
You're right.
Get your bag, King.
He was able to do 2 mangas, bro.
Seriously.
And plus, he still needed to do Chainsaw Man 2.
Is he
Two
really?
to come out with. Yeah, because how the story end. I mean, the story doesn't end
Wait,
off
so
with a
Chainsaw Man's
cliffhanger.
over?
Yeah,
I thought it was still running.
technically, it's gonna be still running when the second part of it comes out. But where Chainsaw Man originally ended, right now, it could leave off of that at that, and I would be satisfied with the story regardless. But there's supposedly going to be a part 2. He confirmed it right after he finished it. So
it's gonna be 2-piece. All right.
no, it's gonna be following the same character. So
Oh,
it's actually
so
pretty interesting.
Boruto. All right.
No.
Yes,
like,
because Boruto
follows
follows Naruto. We had this conversation already.
We're not getting the Boruto again.
Well, speaking of things that people are like, kind of torn on, let's so Cowboy Bebop dropped last week on a Friday, and since we normally drop our podcasts on Fridays, obviously we didn't get to see it. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Cowboy Bebop. Have any of us finished it yet?
No, I'm on episode 4.
Same. Holy shit! Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Brennan,
So,
did you get a chance to watch more?
Let me see what episode I was on. I was on episode 5.
Oh, look at you. You've been watching more
so
than
we're
us.
relatively close to where we all are. That's cool.
I mean, I don't know about you, Adrian, but I really don't mind if he spoils anything about episode 5. But
I don't mind it either because I already know most of the story. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've watched the whole original anime and the movie, so but anyways, so the reason why I said what I said in the transition is because a lot of people have been shitting on Cowboy Bebop and a lot of people have been saying that it's fine. And I tend to lean on the it's better than most people say. Cause like as I said in last week, I think actually, I'm like or no, actually on the it's the I don't remember what episode it is, but it was the one that Javen was in. I am totally fine with disassociating this from the original anime completely and thinking of this as its own thing. And honestly, so far at least, at episode 4, it's pretty close to being its own thing. Like there are some key plot points that are the same, but they changed a lot. And I am totally fine with the changes that they made because I feel like, and I've even seen this opinion on Twitter and stuff, like some of the changes actually kind of fit in with some of like that. I guess I wouldn't say plot holes because that's what the tweet said, but like the plot holes in the story and like it's just how I see it is just fleshing out stuff that like was skipped in the anime some more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because like there is a handful of things that they just glaze over because that's not the point of the show.
I forgot what would be like plot points in
so
Cowboy
like
Bebop in
I
general.
don't think we ever find out Spike's original name.
Oh right, because he doesn't tell us.
Yeah, because
they always say Fearless and then Spike, and then that's the only names that he goes by.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even remember him like ever being called Fearless in the anime.
I don't think so either. I think that's the show's original.
Yeah.
I could be wrong because Vicious, obviously Vicious, but Fearless was just something I don't remember. But it could be just because my shit tier memory.
Yeah, and like we all know that like Spike had a past life, but I don't think there was like many characters aside from Vicious that knew him
Vicious and
beforehand.
his girlfriend,
Yeah,
wife.
but like the black chick with the afro and the cane, I forget what her name is, but like I don't think that character was in the anime whatsoever.
At least right now, I don't know if they're gonna show up at the end because they like to mix and match where certain story events take place.
Yeah. But and the way that they meet Faye is different,
It's completely different.
which I don't think I like, but it's whatever. And the way that they meet Ein is pretty different as well.
Yeah, because Ein was supposed to be like this special dog in the anime, or not
And
too
as far as
special,
I
but
can
like
tell, Ein's just a normal dog.
yeah, it's just a random dog that Black or Jet just picked up and said, "Yeah, you're gonna be my daughter's present," and then this ended up didn't happening.
Yeah.
And so he just kept it.
Yeah, so like if you're a huge fan of the anime and are looking for a very like accurate portrayal, this ain't it. But
Yeah,
in
for
terms
sure.
of it, like, because I've seen some like memes and shit of like people saying that like this is another anime that Netflix has slaughtered, and I disagree. Like, it's not the best show in the world, but it's not bad. It's
Yeah,
definitely
I
not
agree.
worse than Death Note. That is fucking
For sure,
facts.
100%. Death Note was no, never been should have created. But I want to get touch on Jet again, just because there is something I just didn't like at how they did his backstory. I didn't like how his backstory is now that his wife left him for another dude, and just now they have a daughter and they're just divorced and they're just doing this shit. It's a more realistic take on, I guess, his backstory, but I liked his like anime original backstory better because it just felt I don't know. I think it hit more for me. Like it just felt like a more well written backstory than I don't want to say this is generic, but I feel like his backstory just was
And
way
for
better.
the listeners, also myself, but we're not talking about that. Can you refresh us on what Jet's original backstory was?
Yeah. So originally his backstory, I'm gonna go on to because he has like two different backstories. I'm gonna go on touch on the one that I'm talking about the most. In the original, he has a wife, but his wife all of a sudden leaves, and all he gets is a note. And this note is just her, just telling him like she left, and he just couldn't figure out why. And it's most the reason she left at the end was just because he just didn't have time for her. I think there's also something more to it too,
Yeah, because he
but
was like so wrapped up in like his work, wasn't it?
yeah, he's wrapped up in police and shit.
Yeah.
So he just didn't have time to be with her. And then you find out through another like one of the episodes, he finds his wife again. They talk a little bit, but she's already with another dude who's a criminal and is on a bounty list. And
Oh yeah, and
he
didn't
hunts
Spike
him down.
talk him out of hunting that guy?
No, he hunts him down still, but he was thinking that he was gonna kill him at first, but he ended up just putting him like
That's right.
behind bars and just having the bounty. Actually, I
That's
don't
right.
even think he got the bounty. He gave the bounty to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
So
Which I guess they alluded to kind of about when Jet was like, "Hey Spike, you ever think about putting a bullet in somebody who's done you wrong or some shit?"
it was
Like,
mostly to the commissioner that betrayed him, and I didn't think that they were gonna have the or that partner like reveal that he was the one to betray him. It's like that was like something that they hid. Like, how do you get that arm? It's like, well, I got set up, or I didn't get set up, but I got like ambushed, and we didn't know what to do. Then we realized he was a setup like all along. So I don't really like the fact that we already know it's a setup because now it's kind of just kind of ruined the surprise. But I guess.
yeah. Brennan, you've been
Yeah,
very quiet. What's your thoughts?
I've kind of touched on y'all with this. I'm interested in certain parts of the story. Now I get to see um, I thought the scene where I don't know if you guys seen this part yet, but he shoots a bullet at what's his brother's name? Lucius.
Yeah.
He shoots like
Or vicious.
basically
Vicious.
he vicious. Sorry, yeah.
I don't know why I said yes to Lucius.
Yeah, I was like, who the
I'm thinking
fuck
of
is Lucius?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I was like, I was like Lucius, like Harry
But
Potter Lucius.
but like he calls him and he's on top of a roof with a sniper, and Vicious is walking out and like walking
I thought
around,
that scene was sick.
and yeah, like it's cool, and he's like, you'd have to go through the entire like organization to get to me, and then he starts like basically he explains like what Vicious is doing, and then that's when he realizes like, oh shit, and
I
then
thought
he
that was
shoots
such a
him.
flex, dude. I thought that was
Yeah,
so fucking
It
cool.
was so
and
funny.
then the way he shoots and he knows that it's bulletproof glass, so he genuinely like because at first I thought he was gonna just shoot like right next to him like just to freak him out, but then he realized it was bulletproof, so he shot the glass and the glass like cut him on the cheek. That was a really cool scene, but like I just the acting is really weird for me, and I don't know if they meant to do it like that or if it's just like
Well, it's like, well,
not how I imagined,
yeah.
but like I'm not gonna like the acting, and it's the acting is one thing because I don't think it's necessarily the acting. I just think it's the lines that are written and how they deliver them. That's just not hitting with me. I find it very like cringy and just not like just
There's a
very like
there's very
cliche
cringy
or
lines.
corny.
See,
Yeah, like
that's
super
I don't
corny, cliche.
agree, cause
But
like,
then the main part of the actual acting is like the fight scenes. Like I just think they're very the choreograph is poorly done,
yeah,
or whether
A
they
little
can
bit.
act it out themselves, that I have a big issue with because I'm like part of this show is big, at least it seems to be pretty big on the action standpoint and like him getting the bounties, so to have like they'll do intricate cool things but it's done so slow that it's just like all right bro, like
yeah, like
like
him
I told you
kicking the
guys,
coin in the
and
first scene. Like, I feel like that
yeah,
didn't need to be
that
slowed
one.
down.
Not just that, but also the when they're at the thing and they're getting the first bounty they go after the dude with the red eye.
Yeah.
Um there's a part where the dude's like laying on like the wing or something and Spike is like aiming a gun at him. But when they show the scene, you can visibly see that the gun is like definitely like aimed offwards, like not at the dude, but it's supposed to be aimed at the dude. I was like, why did they do that? Like, it definitely does. Like, it doesn't even look like he's close to aiming at him. Like, what are you trying to scare him or something by aiming it at next to him? Like, what are you doing? Other than that, like, I'm interested, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, I gotta finish this now. Like, I don't care that much. I do want to finish it though, and then go and watch the actual anime and just see the differences and just see which one I like better. But yeah, these corny lines need to go.
This is
See,
the fucking corny line in the second episode. It's like, oh, you are black and you are male. I was like, no,
yeah,
they
that
fucking
one I
did
was
it.
like, no. It's
That
like,
was
no,
so
thank you.
like I knew that they're trying to go for like the cringy old like cougar that's trying to go for this young dude. But like that was so cringe. Like even for that standard, like that didn't need to be said.
Yeah,
That
aside
was
from
so
that
bad.
though, it's like I told you, Brendan. I think they weren't going for like a modern acting style. I think they were just going for kind of like the 70s, 80s, 90s kind of acting where it's very stiff or kind of weirdly delivered everything. Cuz like that's kind of like the era that it kind of is. It's like cyberpunk like 70s.
And
So,
that's fine. That's why I was just like, it's just not hitting with me. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. Like, another one I can think of, like, I'm sorry, but um, like, the entire, scene where Faye is like, oh, I was at the auction house and da 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 da, and just that entire scene and that entire set of dialogue and everything was just like really cringy to me. Like
Yeah,
like the bidet. It cleans your asshole or something like that. Just the way he said it and the way it came across, it sometimes the dialogue sounds like it's in some like college, like they filmed something for class.
now
That's the type of vibe it gives me
this is gonna
sometimes.
sound fucked, but honestly, up until they introduced Faye, I thought that the show was great for the most part. But like, I feel like it hit a wall once Faye got introduced, and I don't know if that's her fault or just that one scene, because that one scene was really fucking not doing it for me. Like where they
Where
were
they
just
where they meet her and
yeah,
stuff,
where they
like
meet her,
officially.
and
Yeah, it's
I didn't
yeah.
watch much more after that, but like obviously I can't really judge and I don't know, but I feel like maybe that's where it goes downhill from people because I feel like Jet and Spike's like relationship and synergy and all of that was great, but maybe I don't know. Cuz like if going forward it's kind of like that introduction scene with Faye, then like that's probably why people are like, "Oh, this is so ass."
So let me ask you: is Faye supposed to be like super vulgar, like the way she talks, like in the anime, in the
Yeah,
original? Is
Yeah,
that how she?
she's like
Because
very.
in the show, it just when she says it, it just seems so forced, as if
Yeah,
they're trying to like force it, and I'm like,
oh,
it just
yeah.
doesn't come off natural, and I think that's why it doesn't hit with me.
she like plays like that kind of like seductress kind of role. I could fuck you and then kill you kind of thing.
See,
At
that's
least,
not what I get from her. It's just she's just always calling someone a dickhead or some like
Yeah, I feel like she's a little bit
something
more
like that.
vulgar in this show than
Like
in
that's
the
like
anime.
that. What you're talking about, Diego, is like I was talking about like wording wise. Like, is
which
she that vulgar?
which sucks because like I really liked Faye. Like I love Faye in the anime, and like that's partially why I judge because like I feel like Faye is probably one of the best like written female characters in anime, and just
Yeah,
like
I don't know how they're gonna do their ending. I'm
because
kind of
like her
scared to
Faye's
find out.
backstory, like there's only two times when I cried when watching Cowboy Bebop, and that was with Faye's backstory and the end. And like I don't know, I hope it gets better because like I really love Faye.
I don't know how they're gonna do her ending because I think how she finds out that she was like, or how she finds her memory shit is already kind of weird because like she's already like going after people that's related to it, and
Is
she
she
wasn't really.
really,
Yeah, like that's
bruh?
already in episode 4.
So they're already doing like the best part about her character
And
arc.
yeah, and I thought they were gonna save that towards the end, like they did in the anime, but I guess not. And I don't know if they're gonna rush and complete her story arc, and I really hope not, because if they rush it, they're gonna fumble it really badly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of looking iffy. So
All right. Well, enough with this garbage. Uh, unless you guys have more to say,
no, I touch up on everything I wanted to say.
Brennan.
Here, like
So, as I said, enough with that garbage. Let's talk about shows that are actually good. Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer.
I still haven't watched this week's episode, but
Same.
is it done?
So
So the episode that released on Sunday it goes
Oh,
through a
spoiler
majority
warning,
of
by
the
the way.
fight.
Spoiler. If you haven't seen Mugen Train, spoiler warning.
All right, bro. I'll
Continue.
slap the hell out of you if you haven't seen Mugen Train. It goes through about half of the fight with Akaza. So this next episode, I'm assuming, is
It's
going to
gonna be
be
the end.
they finish the fight, and then it'll go into them essentially starting to go into the
Did
what
it
is it called,
drag?
entertainment district.
Did it drag? Because I feel like, because you said last episode was the end of the fight with the train that was the demon, or the
Yeah,
demon that was the train.
yeah.
And I feel like in the movie they like went 5 minutes after that into the Akaza versus Rengoku fight.
No, so this episode starts off with Inosuke is holding Tanjiro, and Tanjiro's like, "Oh, go save the dude," and he's like, "Are you stupid? He stabbed you. Let him die. Like fuck him." And and he's like, "Oh, his leg's crushed over there, so if we just leave him, he'll die." And Tanjiro's like, "Then he suffered enough. Go save him." And he's like, "Fine, I will because I'm the boss and my minion asked me to." Like it goes into that, and then it lets them die, and then Akaza drops in, and like I said, they go through a majority of the Akaza fight. Like he's already where they ended is right before he like his fighting spirit jumps up a lot and he goes and tries to do like the finishing move.
Okay.
And keep in mind, like all these scenes, like it's not that it's dragged out in the anime, it's in the movie. It doesn't feel like it's dragged out like that, but it is.
Okay.
They make the Akaza scene alone is like almost half the movie if you think about it. Not a half, but like probably a third of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I keep forgetting the beginning of the movie they haven't done yet, so that'll probably happen at the back end of the next episode.
This next episode, I'm assuming is he'll do the big move, he'll die, he'll do the little speech to Tanjiro, and then we'll see the very very end of the movie where all the Hashira are like like, oh my god, like not even Rengoku could kill him, or wow, I can't believe Rengoku's dead. Da da da. And then we'll get introduced a little more to Tengen, the sound Hashira, and we'll probably see the recruitment for the next mission going into the entertainment district. That would be my guess.
Okay.
Now they could throw in some extra scenes after Mugen Train into this episode, and then the episode after this next one is the official start of entertainment arc. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see.
Okay.
Shout out Demon Slayer. Go watch Demon Slayer. I don't care if you've already seen it. Go watch it.
Yeah, if you have seen Mugen Train, watch it again. If you haven't seen Mugen Train, why did you listen to everything that we just said? Go watch it.
Yeah, don't be a bum. Go watch it, bro.
And honestly, was there anything extra, or was it just
cut straight from the movie? I haven't watched it, so Brennan.
No, it's literally straight from the movie. Like there's nothing.
Okay.
I feel like they said they added like 80 scenes, but I guess I was wrong.
You might have meant 8, bro.
Probably.
Well, like I said, they could very well end the fight and then add like half an episode, of them getting back to the Demon Slayer core, getting healed up.
Yeah, because this was episode
and then,
6?
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
so they technically, episode 7 should be like the last episode of the Mugen Train arc. So they very well could add in like extra ending stuff into it. It just, I'm not sure.
Alright, well, I don't really think there's anything else to say aside from like
Demon Slayer.
It's Demon Slayer. It was great. I haven't seen it, but I know it was great. So,
dude, it's just the animation. Like, just looking at how beautiful it is.
Shut the fuck up, because we're going from greatness to perfection with One Piece.
I'm a shit in your mouth.
Listen, bro. One Piece episode 1000.
Ooh, boy.
Look, bro.
I'll take.
Huh?
I'll take.
I'll take,
bro.
L take? What do you mean L take?
I said garbage.
Brennan.
Oh, yeah, Brennan, L take, L life, L plus ratio, head ass.
L plus ratio.
You're ugly for that.
You're ugly for that, bitch.
You're super ugly for that. I can't believe you just said that.
I'm about to mute you so we can't hear a goddamn thing you say.
Luffy's mid.
Luffy's mid? Okay, bro.
Zoro's a heavy lost mid.
Oh my god.
Lost
I know
mid?
that's
Okay.
cap. I know that is.
He's lost, but not mid.
Yeah.
All right, he's just.
No, he hasn't been lost for a fat minute, bro. He's straight vibing. So
he hasn't been lost because he's been fighting everybody in his way.
Yeah.
For real.
Just saying. In the new chapter, he lost his willpower. Just saying.
Listen.
We're not going into that.
We're not talking about the new chapter. We're not doing this because me and Adrian could talk all day about everything in between episode 1000 and the newest chapter. But God, that episode was so good.
Bro, that episode had movie quality animation where you just little the simplest shit. You
not
see
to
the sweats
mention,
off their skins
not
too,
to
and the
mention they
fluid.
end it off, bro, with you remember my reaction when I saw that scene in the manga.
Yes.
I started crying when they were setting up that whole scene. I was like, this shit's so
I
gorgeous.
didn't think that's what they were gonna set it up to, and I
Dude,
did. And I'm
I
like,
actually
oh,
really like the fact that they kind of did like a refresher kind of thing. And then
dude, I
like
did too.
as the
The shit looks
setup
so
for the
good.
whole shit cuz I was like plus not to mention seeing like, little kid Zoro, Nami when Luffy puts the hat on her, like seeing all of those kind of things with like current animation quality, I'm like this is
Mhm.
fire.
You can see Kid Jinbei training too, and then all his backstory within that happened. Oh my god, you see all of them as a kid version. They look so cute. Like,
Kid Jinbei. No, Jinbei as like a young adult, he was clean, bro.
bro, homie was dripped out.
For
He,
real.
he was a young black man. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't care.
But yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised that they set up so much in like the last two episodes at least.
They
And
did. They like
now
rushed it. Not I don't want to say rush it, but they like
see,
covered more chapters so
yeah,
they can get
exactly.
to
I
that
was I
purpose.
was worried that it was going to feel rushed, but like I watched from cuz that night when episode 1000 was about to come out, I watched 990 all the way up until 1000, and honestly, even though they cover like several chapters per episode,
Hmm.
it did not feel rushed whatsoever.
Yeah, I was watching like the last like two, 2 or 3 episodes beforehand too, and I can say like when I was watching it weekly, I was like thinking like, damn, are they maybe like able to like rush through this and just get past it, and then it's like that's it for those whole 1,000, or are they just going to be able to like keep pace with it? And
Yeah.
they answered my question really well. They kept pace.
Yeah. Dude, all I have to say is these like next 10 episodes, every single one of them is going to break the internet when they come out. Cuz
Dude,
like if
I hope
people
they
were
keep that movie
losing their
quality animation.
shit, huh?
I said I hope they keep the movie quality animation, but I don't know if they will. But
I
if they
think they
do,
will, considering that it's the three captains versus Big Mom, three captains versus Kaido and Big
the
Mom.
two Yonkos that are
Yeah.
the
Look,
probably.
dude, all I'm saying is if they don't keep the movie quality animation for Kid, Law, and Luffy versus Big Mom and Kaido, it's just a L. The whole show's an L. The whole anime is an L.
I
Hey,
mean,
hey,
they're gonna
hey.
gonna have good animation, but I don't know if they're gonna be
I'm
movie
just
quality.
waiting for the Akaza 9 versus Kaido. That was a highlight. That's a highlight of this whole arc for me personally. Like that whole fight was just so good. Even watching Cat Cat Viper and Dogstorm go into their what's it called mode?
Too long forms.
Yeah, the Sulong forms. Dude, I was like it was like midnight and I was like losing my shit. I was like this is so hype, bro.
But
But
I think the highlight for me is just for when the Straw Hats get their own fight, because it's been, I feel like it's been forever
every
since we
yeah.
all see them get their own fights and their own like one-on-ones and shit. And I was so happy to see that Nami gets her ones. Actually, Usopp didn't get his ones. Scratch that.
Not yet. Not yet. Not
Frankie got
yet.
his
Uh,
ones. Who else? Who else? Jinbei got his ones with the racists. We love to see him beat down on the goddamn racists. Who said, Fishman's lives do not matter. He said, nigga, shut the fuck up.
He said, "Shut the fuck up."
Sick of you. But even though he put some, he got some lore. He knows some. So
For
he
real.
may be a racist, but he knows too much for a racist.
Speaking of racists, bro, all of them, all of the minks going Sulong versus Jack, and all of them. That was
Bro.
peak One Piece, bro.
Like, I forgot how they went ham the first time when they went too long, and then Jack just said, "All right, I'm sick of y'all," and then actually started trying, and for some
Yeah.
reason just whacked a lot of them. I'm like, oh, I thought you were gonna be like gonna get trashed by some of them, but I guess not. I should have seen that coming, even though I read the manga. It's been a while since I've read that part
I was gonna say
specifically.
it's been a while. Like I know that he goes down pretty quickly, but like I feel like they like made him actually fight back for the anime.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just because like he's gonna. I'm pretty sure he gets taken out by Cat Viper and Dogstorm,
Yeah.
like during that fight specifically, not like the
Speaking
next
of
one.
these two goats, when are they gonna drop figures of these two motherfuckers?
Have they really not dropped figures
I
for
don't
them?
think so. I haven't like made an effort to look, but like there's nothing on Crunchyroll for the either of them. And I'm like
Probably when they go Sulong for him, they'll probably
I'm
make
just like
one.
I need Carrot Sulong form and I just need a figure of Cat Viper and Dogstorm because I love these two
Dude,
motherfuckers.
Dogstorm Sulong form
Dogstorm
was
Sulong form is sick. But
amazing, dog. Like
honestly, I love Dogstorm, don't get me wrong, but Cat Viper's Sulong form, Cat that hits different, bro. With the gun and as his arm.
it looks clean, but I like Dogstorm's Sulong form more just because like it just looks so aesthetically pleasing just looking at it, and it's like, oh, bro, I know you about to pop off. I know you are. Like, do it now. I gotta wait next episode to see that shit, but I know you will, bro. You're
For
not
real.
disappointing me.
Oh my god. Ooh, okay. Well, since we're talking about One Piece and we're kind of like not really talking about the episode anymore.
Yeah, we just went it off on like a
The
manga tangent.
episode, look, bro, the episode was amazing. I don't really there's not really a lot to say just because it's a whole setup. The whole anime or the whole episode was a setup for what's to come for the
Hmm.
most part. And we'll if you don't mind, Brennan, we'll probably keep talking about it episode to episode for at least until like it calms down a little bit. But
Yeah,
I'll catch up eventually. I just need to finish Bleach first, and then I'm gonna start watching One Piece again. And you all know if I get a day off, I'm jumping at least like 20, 30 episodes a
I
day.
was gonna say
yes, do
for
that.
lore reasons, I was gonna try to catch up with Brennan reading it, and
Well,
this man watched
you
like
want to
30
mention?
fucking episodes in one day, while I spent a whole week and only read like two chapters, and yeah, this man's crazy. So,
Listen,
anyways, what I was trying to
all I'm
talk about.
saying.
Shut the
Well,
fuck
hold on.
up, Brennan.
You shut the fuck up. I have a transition for you.
No, because we're
Wait, hold
not
on.
talking
We're
about
still
Bleach just yet.
I'm not
we're,
talking about Bleach either.
Oh,
okay.
alright.
We're still
Mine was
on One
actually
Piece
One
though.
Piece related.
Okay,
Oh,
then talk about One Piece. How about that?
I was just gonna say I didn't want to cut y'all off earlier, but y'all keep speaking about these movie animations, and I mean we got a little One Piece movie announcement.
All right, I
we
take
do.
back the slander that I was making earlier because I was trying to do the
I did
movie
want to get
red
into
transition.
that too.
I was trying to think of a good transition for the movie red.
Yeah. Huh?
But
Uh-huh.
anyways, so
Apologize.
no. So apparently it's supposed to be about Shanks. And
It's speculated.
but it
There's a lot of
it looks
implication.
like it's about to be about
Yeah.
Shanks.
There's too many implications for him to not be
Not
involved. If he's
only
not
the
involved, it's just an
scar,
L movie.
not only the
Even though I'm still
scar.
watching.
Dude, you already know motherfuckers are about to lose their minds. Because
Listen,
if
all
you're
I'm
not
gonna
a One
say-
Piece fan, the one thing that you need to know is that One Piece fans love the fuck out of Shanks.
Yes,
And they know
that
nothing about
motherfucker
him.
hasn't done anything.
All I'm saying is
He
Oda
hasn't
is
done
about to
shit.
do a whole lore drop for Shanks. And we about to eat it up, bro.
One Piece fans eating, bro. And I gotta say one thing: that scar covering D, red hair Shanks D?
Yeah.
Question mark? Maybe he has a little D. That's what I'm gonna say.
I thought it was already confirmed that
Maybe he
was...
got a little D there. That's messed up, Adrian.
No, I don't think it's been confirmed. He's a D. He works along the D clan, but at least some of them. But he's not part of. At least not confirmed. If he is, that's
I hope it
shit.
shows why the fuck he lost his arm. Cause I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Maybe they
I don't
talk
care
about
about
why
that.
he lost his arm. I don't remember. It's been a
He
fat
lost.
minute.
He
Why
bet
he
his
let the
arm on.
monster take his arm?
Yeah.
Or like,
Oh, the monster took his arm.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
forgot about. You literally forgot about the
Yeah, I
first
forgot
episode.
about it. I forgot. Oh yeah. Wow, I really forgot. Wow.
I was gonna
Bruh.
say, why do you care
Bruh.
about that? We know how you
Never
lost his arm.
mind. I retract my
I,
statement.
Bruh.
I care about how you
Bruh.
got that scar from Blackbeard. That's what I
Yeah.
want to see. I don't. Okay, so like don't know. We don't know the plot of the story, so this is going to be more speculation. I have like two theories where this movie could go. So this could be either maybe a little backstory, just because Oda says I don't have time to make a Shanks backstory for some reason. So here it is. I
He
highly doubt
said
that's going to be the
Shanks ain't
case.
shown. Look, Shanks has showed up at the climax of like the last 3 arcs. Shanks ain't showing up for this one. So shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
yeah. But the next one, since we saw a little bit of the teaser trailer, and it's going to be showing that girl, whoever that girl is, it's going to be like a very major plot point within the story because there's no reason they don't show her. And I have a feeling the Straw Hats are going to be involved with that for some reason. So like maybe like Shanks is being held up by something, he can't go there or save that one girl, so he for some reason just hits up Luffy and say, "Hey, I need you to get this one girl for me, right?" And Luffy does it, but a big bad Yonko level motherfucker is like, "Hey, I'm here to take this girl for my own pleasures or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It can be whatever the fuck they want it to be." So like that's where I think it's still gonna be weird because I don't know how the Straw Hats or even Luffy should be involved with the story because in the story thematically he's not really supposed to meet Shanks till he's like the king of the pirates or a great pirate. He's already a great pirate, so if you want to go by great pirate, then I don't mind it. I just prefer if he was king of the pirates, then he's talking to Shanks like they're best buddies and all that shit. But that's my take or my theories of where this movie could go. You got any thoughts about it, Diego?
I actually haven't seen the trailer, so I'm like watching
You
it right
haven't
now.
seen the trailer?
No. Directed by
There's a
the oh
trailer
yeah,
for
it's
the movie
directed by
already?
the code. It's a teaser. I
Yeah, it's a
forgot that it's
teaser.
directed by the person who did Code Geass.
Yeah, and it's
I
not
actually
only
wanted to
that, but
say
he's
something
also
about
his
that.
first time animating Luffy. He did like the very first OVA for One Piece. So,
Interesting.
so he knows his One Piece. That's what I'm gonna say. He do know. He do know what he doing.
Yeah, I don't know who this chick is, to be honest. I mean, I don't think anybody knows who this chick is, but
No, so like Oda originally created her because he's like, I'm sick of making male characters. I want to make more female characters. I'm like, you do, you dog. You make some bad bitches, bro.
so,
Cause you do be making bad bitches. You don't miss.
he don't,
You got
bro.
Robin. You got Nami. You got Viola from from Dressrosa and shit, bro.
Look,
Viola got me acting up.
they got Yamato. All right,
Yamato, ooh, bro. Yamato got me acting different too.
bro.
Like,
Are you? Can we just talk about them side shots from the last like 2 episodes? How they just show on massive amounts of titty, bro.
she got
It got me acting up, bro.
she got some mad yitty. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
Anyways,
I'm about to call her
we're done
mommy.
being cringe. We're done being whatever. So,
Even time
I
over.
had a thought until you started going off on these One Piece women, and all I gotta say is, Robin's my wife, and all that. I'm surprised. Brennan hasn't
That
started
was it.
barking when you mentioned fucking Nami.
Yeah, he's into some redheads now. Redheads got him in a chokehold. He can't escape.
He's dead. I'm assuming
Brennan
Brennan
died.
died. Yeah.
What were you talking to me? Sorry, I was letting y'all do your One Piece tangent stuff. What was that?
I hate this man.
We were saying
Nami,
that once
head
we mentioned Nami. We were surprised he didn't show up and like said, "Damn, she my wife right there."
Listen, bro. Y'all can simp all you want. Leave me alone.
He said, "Don't drag me into this."
I keep
He
my
said,
simp to
"Leave me
myself.
alone." No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Dude, I really had something that like I wanted to spit fat. Oh, that's what it was. Maybe this might actually be One Piece's first canon movie, which
Could
I'm
be.
really hoping it is.
Oda is an executive, I think, or a
Well,
producer.
Oda
I
was an
think.
executive on like the last two, also. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, he did work on it, but he did actually change the name of Raftail to Laugh Tail, and now we're using Laugh Tail instead of Raftail. Like how how he did that. So that was like the first time we ever like heard the official name of the island, and it was like a what is that shit called? Internal post to
Yeah.
Laugh Tale. So
Okay.
that was like the goal of the movie.
But yeah, that's all that I really have to say about that. But since we talk about redheads, let's talk about this new bitch in Bleach that Brennan be fiending for. Because since y'all don't really know, I just started reading Bleach, and I finally got to the Soul Society arc, and I think I'm almost done with Soul Society, because they just got to
You
where
what?
Rukia is about to be executed. Like they were just like, all right, the execution's beginning.
You're like, you just started probably like the ending portion of it.
Yeah, and you were not wrong, bro. Last week, or I think last week, when you said that once I start, I'm not gonna want to stop, or the other week, I don't
Told you.
fucking remember.
That's why I gave you the warning, bro.
Cause
Yes.
I blazed through the last like 60 chapters today alone, and that's while I was at work.
Yeah, that's why we said don't watch it, don't read it before the movie, because
Yeah, because
you know.
Eternals would have suffered with me just reading Bleach in the middle of the movie. I'd be like, this is a slow point. Let's see what's going on with Ichigo right now.
What happened in the Soul Society arc? I need to know.
But
But
dude, oh my
how you feel about it, bro? Let
it's
us know.
it's so good. And also, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because we've been recording for a little over an hour, and I kind of want to slap some more time onto this before we end. So we're talking about Bleach because it's kind of been overdue, I think, and Bleach is coming back, so it's somewhat relevant. So, anyways,
And I mean, this will give us a good little thing. Just a forewarning. Next week's episode, we will probably be recording on Monday. So there's probably going to be very little time for us to actually gather information for us to talk about. So
unless
Monday and next
these
week's podcast,
people are tripping this weekend, but
yeah,
Don't
it
forget, like,
just
blessed by
oh,
so much
so
information.
I guess we might as well reveal what next week episode is going to be. So I alluded to it last week, but next week we're gonna talk a little bit about some things here and there, but the main focus is literally it's gonna be like a versus kind of thing. So we'll kind of talk more about it then, but like basically it's gonna be whatever the hell we want versus whatever the hell we want. So like Superman versus Goku, for example, or Ichigo
in that
versus
one.
fucking Black Knight, like stuff like that. Just things that we think would be interesting. If you're watching this before Monday, the 29th, if you're watching this before the 29th of November, put in the comments whatever matchup you want us to talk about and see our thoughts on. But anyways, let's get back to the subject at hand. Dude, I may be tripping right now, but I think Bleach might be breaching the top 10.
I love to hear it.
Listen,
I
you're
love
not
to
even
hear
in the
it.
good arc yet.
That's what I'm saying
No,
though. Is
he
I'm
is
like
good arc.
I'm
He's good
feeling
arc
the
right now.
fuck out of Soul Society,
People
bro.
love Soul Society.
You're in a good arc, don't get me wrong, but you're not in a Rankar arc.
I'm just waiting for the Bon Kai. I'm waiting for that
Dude, you
moment,
haven't
bro.
reached that
You
part
have to
either.
watch
Oh,
it in anime so you can hear him say it, though. It's
Yeah.
just so like
yeah, watching it in
crazy.
anime just hits so
I
good.
after this last like chapter that I read, I'm like I might switch to the anime for a hot minute because like I said, like Rookie, like the execution just started, and Renji and
Yakuya.
Byakuya, like their fight just ended. Kenpachi's fight he's starting to fight the fox guy now. So I'm like I might just switch over just because I know Ichigo's gonna pop up in like the next few chapters.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful time.
Brennan, you were not lying because I cannot explain to you how hard it is for me to remember these motherfuckers' names.
Bro, I told you, it's not as easy as it seems. It's like what happened with me when I read Tokyo's Revengers all in one night. it's just so many names too. Like you go from worrying about like
Yeah, because
four or
there's
five
like,
characters, and then you
yeah,
enter Soul Society, and now you know like
like fucking,
50.
yeah, like fucking
You're like,
30
dang,
or
all right.
more. So like you
So
go from the base, you go from like Tatsuki, Orihime, Ishida, Chad, Ichigo, and like a handful of others, and then now it's like there's fucking
everyone and
just
their mom.
yeah,
Bro, just
literally.
wait till you get to the wrong card
Oh my
and you get
god, don't
these
even get me started on that.
complicated ass names. You are not gonna
See,
remember or
that
be
might
able to
be those
pronounce
might be
them.
memorable though, cause like at least like with that, I'd be like, what the hell is this? But like some of these, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna pronounce that. That's not even really memorable.
Dude,
Like,
I
it's the
just want
accents,
to.
bro. I don't know what it is because I'm fine with pronouncing the names or at least trying to pronounce the names of any other given anime character. But the moment that I see an accent, I'm like, I'm giving up. I don't know how to pronounce this character's name. I don't even know if I'm gonna remember this character's name. But
Dude, I just want to have you see one of the Aroncar's name, and I want to see you try to pronounce it for the first time, because
I'm a Snapchat you. I'm a
no one
Snapchat
is
you.
able
I'm
to
gonna be like,
fucking
this
say
is how
his
you
name
say it,
right.
motherfucker.
Diego, keep in mind, Bleach, especially when it gets into like the Arankar arc, a lot of things start to have like a Spanish kind of twist on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's like
So
Ross. So like you realize like certain factions have like a certain aesthetic to them. So like society will have like a Japanese culture aesthetic towards them. Wake Mundo, you'll realize it has more of like a Hispanic aesthetic.
as you can guess from
Um,
the name,
yeah, and then other factions like the Quincy's will have I think German. Like 90% sure it is German aesthetic towards them. So you'll soon realize like certain factions do have that type of aesthetics. It's just like
please watch Arankar on anime because the soundtrack they use is like a lot of like Spanish guitar plucking, and
Is
it's
that where the
just so nice to
Espada
hear.
song is from?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah, I was gonna say because like if it's where the Espada song comes from, I'm
yes,
watching that immediately.
you
dude,
need
Bleach,
to. It's so
in my
good.
opinion, has the best soundtrack for like out of.
False.
In my
Actually, fuck. We forgot to talk about this with One Piece. What did you think of the remake of the original fucking opening?
oh shit, I forgot they did
I
that.
completely forgot about that.
Okay, yeah, we'll do this and then we'll hop back on Bleach. But dude, I loved it. Like, especially how did you see the ending too? I think no, they did the transitionings and
Yeah.
they had a Jinbei in bruh. Like, I didn't know how they're gonna do it with the characters they added because like I was like, how are they gonna have like the new characters they added like Chopper, Brooke, Robin, Jinbei, like Frankie too, like how are they gonna like put that in and have it like flow through? But they did it and it worked magically, and I love how they're all in their Wano like art suits. So
Yeah.
it just hits because it just feels like you've grown with them. Like you were there the entire time watching them grow, and you're like, oh my god, and now you're just yeah, let's go, Luffy. Like years later, that's what it feels like. That's probably
Yeah.
just because of me as a One Piece fan. Even though I haven't been watching, I've been caught up with One Piece since 2019. Yeah, like
Well, how
mid
long have you
2019.
been watching One Piece?
I've watched it since, yeah, I want to say like I started watching it maybe late 2018, and then I stopped for a little bit like somewhere in 2019. Then that was like after they did the time skip,
Mhm.
and then I started watching it during the Fishman arc, and I just plowed through. I was just going through like that, and yeah, I just finished it through somewhere in 2019. I want to say like midway, maybe even late 2019. So not the longest like a lot of these people, not like 20 years, but good couple of years, good 2 years. So it's been
Yeah,
a
cause like
good experience.
I could say all that I fucking want about One Piece, but like I didn't start watching it until August. So like for you being a longtime fan or longtime ish fan, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
completely different aspect for you. But what was I gonna say?
It's just mostly just cause like
Oh,
You felt like you grown up with them.
I am kind of, I wouldn't say disappointed, but I guess disappointed is the best word that I can think of right now. I was really hoping that they were going to use the second iteration of that opening, the one where like Luffy says "we are" at the end, just because I felt like that
Oh,
was more like 1000th episode vibes. You know what I mean?
yeah, I get what you mean. I sometimes do forget Luffy did say that, but
Yeah, because like that second iteration where Luffy screams "we are" at the end is my favorite opening. Just because like you can't. It's just the vibes, bro. But yeah, I was hoping that they were gonna use that one, and the fact that they didn't was kind of disappointing. But I still thought that the opening was amazing.
it was just so good to look at it as a new, like in the current animation. Like I always wondered what it would look like in like
Current
new gen
style.
animation, like
Yeah.
before Wano art got its animation that it did right now that we see, obviously. So I didn't think they're gonna do that, but very I'm very pleased with the animation style that they have, or with how they did the opening.
Yeah.
That is something I wasn't expecting to see.
All right. Well, that's all that I think I have to say.
Yeah, now we can hop back on Bleach. Anywho,
So, what were we saying?
I was saying, in my opinion, Bleach has the best soundtrack out of the big three.
Interesting.
I
That's
just
a hot take because Naruto and One Piece got some
okay.
bangers.
No, he's saying
I
track
say
though, as in
soundtrack.
like backtrack, not
Yeah,
like
not like opening.
openers
I
and
would
stuff
say
like that.
opening
Oh,
goes to
oh.
One Piece. I mean, not One Piece, goes to Naruto, in my opinion. So
Maybe that's just because I haven't seen all of them, but I think One Piece. There's only like 2 or 3 that I don't like for One Piece, including the Wano one. I'm sorry, but the Wano one is ass. Anyways,
the current one or the one before?
the current one. The one before was alright, but the current one's ass.
All I'm gonna say
Yeah,
is, out of all of them, the only one that has like any more that I specifically remember, like when I hear the when I hear bleaches, I get happy. I'm like, oh, because I know something's about to happen. But it's also just the guitar play is so nice. The only other one that I can think of like backtrack is like the sad Naruto one. The like other than that though, or like the oh, and then the fast like drum things.
Yeah,
But like other than that, I don't remember any bleaches. I just always like I hear stuff and I get hyped.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't.
I think it's
Nothing
just
really
I'm a
helps.
One Piece head, and like the dun 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 dun. I just feel like that gets me hype every time I hear it, and I don't know. That's
it
just
does
me.
get me hyped. But there's one of the Bleach one is like it's called Treachery, and obviously I know this by name because I'm a fucking nerd because I love this shit. And it's literally just an orchestra that says I'm like, oh, something about pop off. Who about to go off right now? And it's always like a captain level battle that's about to pop off. And I'm like, bro, ooh, shoot, who going off? Who going off, Chief? What happened? What kind of twist we seeing? And uh, that's just what I love about that. Like,
God, I think
that's
I,
what,
I think I might watch some Bleach once we get off of this. To be honest,
That's probably what I'm
maybe
gonna do.
I'm at the
because ooh,
watch some
it
other
just
shit.
sounds like such a good
I would
idea.
I'm
rewatch
almost on
Bleach, but
episode
I'm behind.
300.
Meanwhile, I'm over here. What chapter am I on? I think 150 or 140 something.
Yeah, I want to rewatch it because it's been like maybe 2 years since I've like rewatched Bleach, but
Damn,
I don't know. I
The
might go
only
for a reread than a rewatch.
I'm on
there's
149.
two gripes I have with One Piece right now.
I mean Bleach.
First gripe is I think what everybody else has. The stupid the stupid timing they choose to put their filler arcs in. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Cause it's just you'll be in the middle of
That's why
an
you gotta
arc and
read
then they'll
the
just have
manga,
some
my boy.
separate what?
So that's why you gotta read the manga, my boy.
We ain't talking about that. Um
I will
so
say that's
the
just mostly just
placing
because
of
of the
their
timing.
fillers is very frustrating. I understand why they did it. It's frustrating because like it's just so random. Um, and then the only other gripe I have is when you watch the anime. So obviously, like every other anime, It's only about 25 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. But, bro, the amount of recap they do in the beginning of each episode is freaking ridiculous, bruh. You literally, out of let's say the episode is like 27 minutes, like including everything, at least like 7 to 10 minutes of that is taking up from the uh, the opener, the recap, and then like the ending, like credits. Like a solid like 7 to 10 minutes is taking up just from that. So that really leaves you only with like barely. It feels like barely any episode left. It's really frustrating.
I hate that. Yeah, this is something that sucks with at least the timing of the anime, because I think at the time it was catching up to the manga. And
Are you talking about Bleach, Brendan?
yeah, he was
Yeah.
talking about Bleach.
Okay, you said One Piece, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's why I tried to correct you. You
Sorry.
said, you mean Bleach, right?
Sorry. Listen, my mind's all over the place. But either way, it's mad frustrating to be watching, and it's just like sometimes there's certain episodes where you feel like the whole thing was almost like a reiteration of what just happened. Like or it feels like you got like only 10 minutes of actual episode. So it's just like it's frustrating, but those 10 minutes do be kind of fire sometimes. So
He says so. It's fine.
it's not fine. They need to fix it, but obviously it's too late. They need to fix it in Thousand Year Blood War arc.
No, they're not going to have that
animated.
issue. They're definitely
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not gonna
issue.
have that issue because Bleach is done. So...
Well, no, but I'm saying the recap, recapping what happened in the last episode, because it's just like, bro, you don't like. You know how you recap it usually.
I think it's because
like,
that's
hold on. You know how usually it's like the last scene, the very last scene, so it's not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in Bleach they recap like the last 5 minutes of the last episode, and it's like, bruh, you don't need to go this far back. Like, you really don't.
I was gonna say I think the what's it called? I think that'll be fixed, to be honest, because like the only anime, to my knowledge, I don't know if Boruto does this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the only anime that really does like recap episodes anymore is One Piece. So I don't.
Naruto does that, but not Boruto.
Boruto doesn't do it.
No, it just has its filler episodes, and they just do their own shit.
Okay, so yeah, so the only like I meant like ongoing, like the ones that still push.
Oh,
forward.
ongoing.
Yeah, like
yeah.
The only one that comes to mind that does that is One Piece. So I don't think, unless Bleach is gonna be like, well, we did it in the original, so let's just keep going. But like with Boruto, yes, it's the same series, but there's been a huge ass fucking break. So they might not do it anymore just because that's not really the thing. But like when Bleach started, that like every anime did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's time
that's
constraints.
my only gripe. Like, that's the only thing that I find mad annoying.
And like with what Adrian said, like, and what I said earlier, when like it's done, so I don't really think that that's going to be much of an issue going forward.
It better not be. I'll fight them.
No, it can't be, just because they were doing recap episodes just so they can like shorten time, like so they can like do that, and the manga can like produce more chapters, and they can like write more or animate more shit from the manga. So that's why the anime like ended where it is or where it did. But yeah, that problem shouldn't be fixed, or shouldn't be. It should be fixed, and you already have like a little bit of a staff of who would be on Bleach, a new anime. It is being animated by Studio Period again, so hopefully they don't give it a bad Boruto treatment. I'm hoping they don't, but I don't see that happening.
Boruto?
They do Boruto and Naruto.
Yikes. All right.
I mean, I don't see it being animated poorly, since I think a lot of the old staff are coming back for Bleach. So hopefully they're not gonna give them shitty Boruto animators, but we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, if they do, hopefully they give the animators that work on like the fights.
Oh yeah, if there's gonna be fight scenes, they better give the best ones to fight scenes. Like, I'm trying to see them clean shots.
With the stuff that I hear happens with them, if if they fumble these fight scenes, bro, it's done for. I'm not watching it animated. I'm reading it, and I'm sticking to it.
Word. All right. Well, um, unless you guys have anything else to say, we spent a fat minute talking, so I think we could wrap it up.
We love Bleach.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, as a closing statement, like I said, Bleach is creeping up on the higher numbers of my list, bro. I think it might be number 10 right now. I don't know. I'd have to look. But
Love to see it.
Soul
That's all I gotta say.
Society is peak fiction, bro. Peak fiction. Um and that's really all I got to say.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that statement because Bleach mine number one next to One Piece. Both those are interchangeable though, so that's all I gotta say.
All right, Brennan, take it away.
All right, y'all. So that is going to be the end of this episode. We did try to keep it a little bit shorter, just due to timing and it, about to be hitting Thanksgiving time. I hope you guys enjoyed listening. As always, we do have all the links, as stated earlier in the episode, in the description. We got Diego's YouTube. Diego, what goal are you setting today?
So I lost 2 subscribers within the last week.
At least get 2 back.
Yeah, so get that 2 back, bro. That's what my goal is.
And Adrian has actually officially started streaming. He has,
Yes,
I
sir.
think, 11 followers, 12.
Yes.
11?
As of right now, we have 11, and I was glad
11
to see that
followers.
we got past the goal. I think I set myself was 10, which
Yes.
we're past that. Maybe a little bit next time. Next goal will be 15 or 20. Maybe we can set
15 to
those.
20. You hear him.
Love to see
And
those
then,
numbers.
of course, my Funko Pop Instagram, which is hitting a whopping, I think, 209, 210. I've been kind of popping off. My pops do be kind of fire, if I do say so myself. Shout out pop community. But yeah, like we said, next week it's going to be a very different episode than what we normally do. It'll be less us talking about different news that we've heard and more about like genuine conversation of the versus topics and stuff like that. Just due to us having to record it a little earlier, just to give you guys a perspective. I work retail personally, so my schedule is oftentimes all over the place. So sometimes it's hard to line up. Adrian is now working 2 jobs. Diego
I gotta
is
get
in
up
transition.
at 5:30 in the morning every single day for my current job. But I'm starting a new job next month, so we'll probably be able to do like maybe a Thursday recording session, Wednesday recording session going into Friday. And oh, I forgot to talk to y'all, but we can do this once we finish this up.
So
but yeah.
We're gonna we try as hard as we can to keep it on a schedule of releasing on Spotify and Apple Music on Friday, and then Saturday is when the YouTube gets dropped. So we're gonna try to stay true to that. Just Monday for us is what works out the best.
Changing, like moving back a day, but that really just depends on what my new job is looking like. But we'll keep you guys updated.
To be determined.
Ja.
That's future us worries. So yeah, like we said, hope you guys enjoyed listening. We will see y'all next week.
Yo.
Yes, sir. See y'all later.